Let's jump right in. So, Atlas has stated sometime around or before this game's release that no, we will not have Kotone, the Persona 3 portable protagonist in Reload, because it would have been too time consuming and costly, requiring significant development resources. That's sad, but understandable. The original Persona 3 game that came out for the PlayStation 2 did not have the female protagonist in mind. It was for the PlayStation Portable, which came out years later. So with that being said, why in the hell would I think that Persona 4 Revival could possibly give us FemC at least for Persona 3? Before I continue, this is just a theory I came up for myself. Take this with a grain of salt. Do not be like, Christian, you lied to us! This is simply a thought. A thought that I do immediately have small hope for Atlas to do since they're doing a Persona 4 remake. If you build up hope for this after this video and become hugely disappointed, that's your fucking problem. Do I want to spread the word and get people to wish for FemC update for the reason I'm about to share, which makes logical sense? Absolutely. Adding Kotone and Reload being too time consuming and costly? Well, other than making models, portraits, and painful voice acting for the FemC exclusive characters, as well as changing/adding new voice lines to fit with the aesthetics, at one point in the female protagonist route, they go to Yasogami High School and stay at a historic inn, which are the settings for Persona 4. Why in the hell would Atlas give a setting and an HD remake simply for the female protagonist alone? It makes no sense. So in that aspect, it makes sense to why FemC wasn't going to be in Reload to begin with. Now that the remake for Persona 4 is coming up, now it would make sense to have a female protagonist update for Reload at one point. Keep in mind, Persona 3 Portable came out after Persona 4. In fact, spoilers for Persona 4, at one point, the Persona 4 gang go to Iwatai, at the school and at the club in the mall. It's kind of like a cycle. The original Persona 3 became a hit that saved the company, went on to make Persona 4, which visited Persona 3 location at one point. We got Persona 3 on handheld, which gave us a female protagonist that goes to a couple of Persona 4 locations. Now we have Persona 3 Reload, a welcome remake for old fans and creating new fans like me. Persona 4 Revival is coming, and the cycle should very likely repeat, just with new shiny updated stuff. So even if Atlas didn't plan on adding the female protagonist from the start of Reload, I believe it would make sense for them to eventually give us an update for Reload to finally have the female protagonist. Yes, adding Kotone would have been too time consuming and costly, requiring significant development resources for sure. But do you know what else is too time consuming and costly and requiring significant development resources? Persona 3 Revival, which again, both FemC route of Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Original visited each other's locations at one point in their own stories. It would make logical sense to provide an update years later, the same way Persona 3 Portable gave us Kotone years later after the original PlayStation 2 release. And besides, it'll be very likely that if we do get an update, they will likely charge us for it. They did charge people to play episode Igas after all. But Atlas, might we suggest that you make it at least cost less than $20? So for that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes my TED Talk. Again, this is a video that is sharing my thoughts. Please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with other Persona fans to get the word going. But please do not get your hopes up too high. Just be at most somewhat optimistic. Thank you guys for watching, and please feel free to check out some of my other content, especially the animated videos I made. And, in keeping with Persona 3's message, live. By the way, Reload Mass Destruction is superior over the original. Fight me!